Wanted to get on here real quick. I know I'm starting the live late, but I just got off work a little while ago at 9 o'clock, showered, and had to clean up a massive mess. But I wanted to get on here and just have a little chit chat and tell you that there will be a 1960s video coming out very, very soon. We're so excited about it. I did wash my hair today and just got a quick shower. Usually I don't do a shower every day. I do it every other day. But I was like, hey, since it's been hot, and if people are wondering, hi, welcome to the live. This is the deodorant I am using right now. I do like more plastic-free deodorants, and I also have another deodorant that's kind of vintage, and I will show you. And I do use this one as well. I got it off Amazon. It's one of my favorites. It is cream deodorant, and it is baking soda free. And it's kind of an organic. It doesn't have parabens, sulfates, aluminum, animal testing, baking soda, alcohol. This is one of my recommendations. It is eucalyptus, so I do like the eucalyptus scent. It really does help, and it kind of has that vintage glass feel. So these are my two recommendations. I'm not a big fan of Native as I was, because I know they use ingredients that can be harmful in some of their products, but I would do your research. I do mine because I'm allergic to a lot of stuff. So that is what will be going on in the videos to come up. I do want to show you one of my favorite candles though. I'm absolutely in love and obsessed with Goose Creek candles, and I love the way they make my home smell, and I absolutely love these candles. Hi, welcome. No, I'm not in a manic episode. Why? Hi. Hi. I'm not manic depressive, but thank you. Hi, how are y'all doing? I hope everybody is doing well. And I do want to thank y'all for joining. And no, I'm not manic depressive. I'm just here. So I have started off my channel. When I first started my channel, it was under a different name, and it was 1950s Housewife. And at that point in time, I did vintage content, and I'm thinking about going back to that vintage content kind of stuff and doing more homemaking and things like that. Today, I'm going to be doing my skincare routine. I'm going to be using the Tubes & Co. organic stuff, and I do have this on refill because I use it so much. It's one of my favorite skincare brands, and I love the way it makes my skin feel. I just got out of a shower, so here we are. what I usually use to wash my face. These are makeup removers, and all they need is water. But today I didn't wear makeup because I had a very hectic day. Like, our system was crazy today. It was malfunctioning, so, and I had to work today to cover some hours because we are short-handed. So my schedule's been kind of crazy. And to those of you who are just joining, my name is Topanga Jameson. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. And I'm a 36-year-old YouTuber here on YouTube that makes YouTube content. But I have changed my YouTube channel quite a few times, like the name-wise, but this time I am keeping it where it's at. Now we're gonna go in with my brightening tonic, and this is also from Tubes & Co, and it's one of the best stuff, and I really like this product. If you have somebody who is into skincare and you're afraid that the stuff that's out there on the market, you know, all the toxins that are in it, but I hope everybody is having a blessed Sunday. I'm praying for every one of y'all, and I'm praying for everybody out there who is abroad. If you're joining from a different country, Ireland, India, Indonesia, welcome. UK, welcome. But yeah, we're just gonna do, and now I'm gonna use my original Tallow Balm from Tubes & Co Organic. I do use this as lotion as well. It's really good. And okay, I'm gonna see if the other, this one's not opening. Let me see. Okay, and this is the Organic Tallow Balm, and I really love this stuff. It's really good for a moisturizer because I feel like moisturizing your skin is important. So I'm sorry I didn't start the live earlier. I just wanted to get my shower done and everything done. And I'm gonna ask really nicely, I do this in all my lives, please keep the comments kind, and don't bully anybody in chat. Let's all be mindful of each other. Let's be respectful. Let's keep it PG. Thank you. So, now that I am showered, I did get my nightgown. I am wearing like a vintage nightgown, and I got it from Amazon. I love anything vintage. How that started when I was, during the pandemic time, I had stumbled across a creator called Sage Lillyman. And if you're into vintage or if you like vintage content, I watched her video one day and I really loved her channel, and I watched another creator, and her channel was 1950s Housewife Me, And I really liked how they did the videos and how they did their channel. And I always loved the aesthetic of the 1950s, 30s, and 40s. And my mom, when I was little, her grandmother had given her her jewelry box. And it came into my mom's possession, and it had like clip-in earrings and vintage stuff, and I really just loved anything vintage. And then I had a handler, a bodyguard when I was younger, and her name was Kelly, and she is actually one of my best friends. And she ended up having like vintage suitcases, and I would pretend like I would be going on a plane somewhere, and I would dress up in vintage little outfits that she had, that she would wear and that I could fit, and I would just pretend and play for hours. And she had a studio where she would do art, and I would just roll around and everybody would skateboard, we would have fun. It was an ultimate hangout, and that was just my thing. So I really got into the aesthetic of the 1950s, 40s, and 30s. And I really just loved that decade because it was very family oriented. And now I did not like the political views back then or the racial segregation. That is not what I am about. I don't believe in that stuff. I think it is wrong. I think God created everybody to be equal and beautiful in their own right. And I don't see color, I see what is in a person's heart. So I really got into that aesthetic because I do believe that women should stay at home, and if they have a family or a husband, they should take care of the home, and the husband should be the provider. Now, I have no problem with anybody working outside the home. Like, I am not married at this current time, but if I was married, I would probably want to be a housewife. And there is nothing wrong with that. I would also want to go to college and get my education. I have nothing wrong with that as well. I did take a little break from college when my dad got sick, and I am going back this fall. My dad unfortunately passed away in 2013 with a long time battle of his disease that he was fighting. So I love vintage stuff. I use Pond's cold cream when I'm not using my tubes and comb, but I'm a girly that likes simple skincare that's easy. I do this morning and night, so this is kind of my night routine. At night, I like to unwind because I deal with a lot of things during my day. My job can be very stressful at times, so I like to have things where it's not as stressful. So these are kind of my lives. And one of my moderators that I have on this channel, her name is Sally Jo Rice. I promised her a 1960s video, so if you want to see any decade videos or you have any questions for me, you can ask at any point in time. And I will be doing a Q&A soon, so please ask your questions. But keep your questions appropriate, and I am somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, so let's keep that same. But now we progress. So I'm gonna put a little bit more deodorant on. This is the cream deodorant, and I've been using it for a while now. It does last a really long time. It doesn't have baking soda or aluminum or anything toxic, it smells really good, and it keeps I do have an applicator, but I could not find it, but we're just going to use my hand, and I did wash, so, and I did shave, so we're good. And I will wash my hands. But this is it's homemade with love, and it does not have sulfates, aluminum, or alcohol, baking soda, or anything like that. And I got it on Amazon. Do I do debates? Depends on what the topic is. I will never do anything that is political on this channel because I'm not a political person. But yeah. And my channel is not anything political. I keep my views to myself because I believe that everybody has the right to believe what you want. It's a free country. You do you, boo. I keep the political stuff to the people in CNN and all those other places. I would have to research the topic and oh, cool. That's awesome. Do you have your own channel? And I'll have to check it out sometime. Okay. How about I do some research on it and I'll tell you what I think. I'll message you or yeah. I'm always open to new things and I try to keep an open mind as open as I can. And I try to be as understanding as I can to other people's point of views because I know we all have different point of views and that's what makes us awesome. And not everybody may agree with my point of view, and that's okay. And for people who are asking, I was homeschooled and I go to a private Christian college. And I am I'm dual majored in business and I'm getting my MBA and I'm also getting my degree in psychology. And I want to eventually become a board certified physician. And I want to be at first, I do want to eventually go to med school and do things like that. So, but yeah, that's me in a nutshell. So I know that not everybody celebrates Labor Day, but in where I'm at in the US, we do. Is there anybody who has plans for the Labor Day weekend, which will be next weekend? And what is everybody's favorite kind of music? let me know. So, today I worked a crazy shift. My system at work kept acting really crazy. And I feel bad for the supervisor that was with us today, or the team lead, sorry, that was with us, because she was like, oh no, Topanga's calling again. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell you what's going on. And she wasn't mad or anything, but she was like, and then everybody started having the same problem, and she's like, nice going, Topanga, you jinxed everybody. I was like, sorry. Yeah, so. Okay, why is this not coming out? Why does this always happen to me? So my mom's watching Bye Bye Birdie with Jason Alexander, and I am just sitting here doing a live because I promised that I would do a live, and then I am going to go to bed because I have to work unless they move my hours again like they have. Why does this thing always get so hard to take out of the package? And the eye patches that I am using, I got off Amazon, and they were $24.99, but I know I'm putting this on wrong. I'm not sure, but okay, maybe I should do it the other way. Okay, I figured it out. But yes. So what movie do y'all want to see that has come out in the theaters? I haven't been to a movie in a theater in a very long time. The last movie I went and saw in the theater was the Barbie movie with the girl who played in the Suicide Squad, Margot Robbie. So that is the last time I have been to a movie. And the other day, I met this really sweet girl in the mall. I was at Torrid shopping with my mom. We were celebrating my birthday early because family was in town. My birthday's in October, but these certain family members would not be here for my birthday, and we just wanted, and this is called the Hollywood Eye 24 Collagen, and I got it off Amazon. I like it. I don't use them every night, but I like to use them at least once or twice a week. It came in a big box of it, and I still have a lot of it, so I like to use it just to. Why is this not staying on my eye? Okay, hold on. I am not a makeup artist. I am trying to put this on. But yes, but yeah. So, the makeup brands I use, Hi. How are you? Oh, that's good. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I am just doing skincare and talking and just answering any questions anybody may have. But yeah, and so I started doing, back in the day, I had my channel a different name, and it was 1950s Housewife. Well, people got confused, and I can understand people were upset by the name of my, but it was my channel, so I can name it whatever I wanted. And people were like, why didn't you just name it Life with Topanga? And at first, I did have my channel Life with Topanga, and people didn't like that name either. And I got lots of criticism for that name, and yes, it is actually my name. My mom um, visited California, and there is a canyon in California called Topanga Canyon, and that is what I was named after. So my full name is Topanga Gwendolyn Willow Jameson. And no, I was not named after the Boy Meets World character. I've only watched 2 episodes of that show, and it was the wedding episode, and when they go to Hawaii for their honeymoon, and Eric follows them. But those are the only 2 episodes I have watched. Oh, thank you. Yeah, when I have my little girl, or if I ever get blessed with having children, I'm gonna name my daughter Ireland Rochelle. I had one of the people I was dating had a daughter named Ireland, and I got very close to her. She is no longer um, with us, but and I'm not with my ex anymore, but she passed away. Yes, I believe in ghosts. I believe because of the stuff that happened in my home when I first moved in, there was a lot of activity, and let's just say it was weird. Yeah, I believe. Now, I'm not gonna tell people what to believe in or what not to believe in because that's not my place. But because I've had issues in this house, I do believe, and I think that if God wants you to see something, He will have it be revealed in some way or another. Yeah. And I have my 60s dress coming tomorrow for the video that will be coming out Wednesday. Thank you. You take care too. Thank you. Have a good one. And I want to thank everybody who watched tonight. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, give the live a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next live.